Hello students, today our topic is punctuation marks. So we will read about punctuation marks and their uses in different type of sentences. Okay, let us start. First of all, let us see what are punctuation marks. You can see different type of punctuation marks on the screen, which include exclamation sign, comma, question mark, inverted comma, colon, semicolon, hash, dash, etc. So we can say that punctuations are the symbols used in writing to show the ending, separation, break or mood of sentence. What is the mood of sentence? Mood of sentence means the feeling that are prevailing in the sentence. Now, let us see the examples related to this point. Number 1. Ramesh has played football. We can see ending here, so we are using full stop. In second sentence, Ramesh, Suresh and Kamal have played football. Here is a separation, so we are using comma and full stop at the end. Ramesh, the best student of the class, has played the football. There is a break in the sentence, so we are using here hyphen. Has Ramesh played football? Mood of interrogation, so we are using question mark. And at last, wow, Ramesh has played football. Mood of excitement, so we are using here sign of exclamation. So I think it is clear to you in what situations we use the different punctuation marks. Now, why do we need punctuation marks? Punctuation allows the author's writing to be easy to read and understandable for the reader. And all of you know that misuse of punctuation marks can create misunderstanding or confusion to the readers. Okay, so we should always use punctuation marks at proper place. One thing that all of you have to remember, the difference between external punctuation and internal punctuation. Okay, external punctuation are those marks that are used at the end of sentence. In this we can include period, question mark, exclamation point. And on the other hand, in internal punctuation marks are those which are used inside the sentence. Comma, semicolon, colon, quotation marks, parenthesis, dash, apostrophe, hyphen. You can see the little bit difference between dash and hyphen. Dash is double in length comparatively to hyphen. Okay, this point is remembered to you. Let us start from external punctuation marks. Number 1, full stop. Full stop is used to mark at the end of sentence. You all know. You can take example, I think dogs are great. Also used in abbreviations. Please return it by 1st October. We are using here full stop at the latest. You can take many other examples. Question mark. Used to end a sentence or statement which poses a question. Do you like Marmite? Okay. And question words. How, why, where, when, who and when. What. Similarly, you can take many other examples in which we use question mark. Exclamation mark. Used to end a sentence to show a strong feeling such as surprise, joy, anger and danger. And we can see the example. What an amazing goal. In direct speech, it is used to indicate dialogue spoken loudly. Look out. Sign of exclamation is used. He cried. So in short, we can say that exclamation mark shows the strength of feeling. Okay. Apostrophe. We use apostrophe in 2 cases. Number 1, shows who owns what possession. This is George's hat. It means it is the hat of George, or this hat belongs to George. It is a case of possession. And in second case, omission. Fills in for missing letters. That's really tasty. And you can take other example of this. Didn't, can't, it's, don't. Okay, like this. So it was the use of apostrophe. Capital letters. We all know the use of capital letters. Used to start a simple sentence. The witches stirred the cauldron. You can take another examples. For proper nouns, we use capital letters, people's names and places like Alice, Washington, etc. When someone starts to speak, Alice shouted, "Help!" So we are using the direct speech help, okay, spoken by Alice. So we are using here H in capital letters. Now the comma. Comma separates items in the list. There is a choice of turkey, beef, pork or fish. In direct speech, pass the salt. We are using here comma. He said. To separate clauses in complex sentences, we met in York, comma, where I was living then. So here we are using comma to separate the two clauses. Okay. To mark off parts of a sentence, the man, comma, who was wearing a blue hat, again comma is used, slid silently into the room. So these are the different part of a sentence and we are using here comma for separation. Next, colon. Colon is used to introduce a list. Introduce a list means we can see the example related to this point. You will need the following ingredients. We are using colon here: flour, sugar, eggs and milk. So one thing that you have to observe, that between the list flour, sugar, eggs and milk, we are using comma, but we are using colon before the list. Means to introduce a list we use comma. Clear? And in second case, between two clauses, I knew what I had to do. मुझे पता है कि मुझे क्या करना है. Confess my crimes. मुझे अपने crimes को क्या करना है, confess करना है. So we are using here colon in two clauses. Before a quote, any proverb, remembering the saying, we are using here colon. Look before you leap. So sometimes we use colon before the proverb. Semicolon, used to replace a full stop between two sentences that are closely linked. Call me tomorrow, semicolon, I will know the answer then. Means these two parts of sentence are very closely linked to each other. So we are using here semicolon. Can replace connectives of two closely linked main clauses such as but and because. Florence was very keen on swimming. Her sister preferred cycling. So we are using here semicolon instead but and because. Okay. Now the inverted commas. Inverted commas is simply used to indicate direct speech. Means exact words someone has spoken or quotations. Harry said, "There's going to be trouble." So we are using an inverted comma, the speech that is spoken by Harry, also known as quotation marks or speech marks. Now dash. Dash is used to strongly emphasize a point or set off an explanatory comment. It means when we want to put stress on a certain point or set of explanatory comment, in that case we use dash. You can see the example of it. To some of you, my proposals may seem radical, even revolutionary. It means what this statement says that to some of you, आप में से कुछ के लिए my proposals may seem, मेरा proposal क्या होगा, means कि आपके लिए मेरा proposal क्या होगा, radical. Radical means different from ordinary or different from traditional. Okay. Even revolutionary. Revolutionary means that brings some change. Okay. Means ki a speaker want to put stress on his explanatory comment. My proposal may seem radical, even revolutionary. So dash is used here. Hyphen. Use a hyphen to join two or more words serving as a single adjective before a noun. It means simply we use hyphen sometimes in case of a single adjective. Example, a one-way street, chocolate covered peanuts. Okay. Next, use a hyphen with numbers. Example, 46, 63, 15-year-old boy. Again, use a hyphen with certain prefixes. Ex-husband, self-assured, mid-September. Okay, like this. And at last, brackets. Brackets are used to include additional information that needs saying. Sometimes in some cases we want to put some additional information, okay, related to that sentence. For example, I put the beer into my bag. Simply, I put the beer into my bag. Now, what is the specialty in the bag? The brown one. Okay, so we are using here bracket. Brackets always appear in pairs. Okay, so these were some punctuation marks and their uses in different sentences. I hope each point is clear to you. Thank you.